Hey, morning folks, and welcome to Chile Part 2, otherwise known as the Carretera of Austral. We're leaving Puerto Montt. I'm going to go all the way down the Carretera as far as Puerto Natales, hopefully. And I've been looking forward to this because one of the things I always do when I meet a fellow tourer is ask them what's their favourite road. You know, what would, if there was one road or trail they could go back and ride, what would it be? And about a third of people say the Pumalín highway, a third of people say Carretera Austral, and a third other things. I mean, ours at the moment is the D95 and turns in at them, so we're expecting big things. Expecting big things. What do you reckon, Debs? You excited?
Yeah, could do with a wee bit of sun, but it's not too cold, it's not raining, and let's get going.
Not yet. It's going to rain. We've got 2 weeks of bad weather, but that's why it's so green and lovely out there.
Yeah.
Let's go and see what the Carretera Austral has to offer, Debs. So where we go? So just landed off the ferry in this national park. I can't remember the name, I'll put it up there. The rain's giving us a little break, it's been pouring down. But what about this, Debs? It's good, eh? Look at this, folks. Proper temperate rainforest, this. Look at this. Woo! Jungle-tastic! Let's go. We've got a big hill to climb down, and it's Ripio. And the next ferry doesn't come in until about midnight, so there shouldn't be anything behind us on the road, which is a bonus. 40 miles to the next town though, so we've got quite a challenge to get to refuel. Let's go, Deb. Hey, morning folks. Well, it rained all night, it rained all day, but we were saved by this wonderful shelter that the National Park put up in this Douglas Tompkins or something. I've put it up, I've forgotten again. Douglas Tompkins. So hats off to you for providing that, because we'd have been a lot wetter than we are. And now we're going to have breakfast, and I reckon you could probably drink this straight out of stream, but I'm going to fill the pan up from here. Mountain fresh, mountain fresh. Right, Debs is staying up at the base. I'm going to go and have a look at this lagoon. 800 metres down to the lagoon. Let's go. Not bad, eh? Good on you. Well, you know, we always stop for a Mirador. Always stop for a Mirador, Debs. This one's a good one, check it out. Woo!
Oh wow! Oh wow! Yeah.
How about that one, Debs?
Yeah.
You like?
Brilliant.
How's the Carretera doing?
Yay! Fantastic.
We'll put the rain in rainforest here.
Yeah.
That's a nice little shelter as well. We could have camped in there. Bit not as dry as the other one.
No, the other one was great. So yesterday Tom started complaining that his front wheel was, back wheel I should say, was feeling a bit wobbly. He thought he'd bottled it. He'd ridden over quite a big rock and thought that had done the damage. From where I was behind him I couldn't see didn't look that bad really. But hey ho, it was.
Needs a new tyre. Thankfully we carry a spare tyre. Look at this, tyre split. I mean, there's not much damage on the rim. I thought I hit the odd rock, but maybe that's just tyre wear. I don't know. But thank God we carry a spare tyre, which we've put on Debs' front, and I'm having the Schwalbe because the one we carry is a folding one, which aren't as strong as these wired Schwalbe ones. So she's got the lightest one on the front. And there we go. So let's go change a wheel. And we also get the opportunity to have a look at these bolts, because I've been resisting taking the back wheel off wherever possible, because these bolts which hold the axle in are starting to get a bit cross-threaded, so I don't want to keep taking them on and off. But yeah, look at that.
You can see the beading just coming over onto the side of the rim where it's fraying. Yeah. So this is quite unusual. I don't think you've hit anything to cause that, and it's running quite a long way. We regularly blow the tyres up, and it is something that quite a few people have mentioned. They've had similar issues with the Schwalbes that they've purchased in the last year to 18 months.
Delaminated, isn't it?
Yeah. Now normally I'd look at that as owning a bike shop and say, oh, your brake pad's been catching on it, but there's no brake pad to catch on it. So we'll see what Schwalbe say.
Well folks, morning. What about this for a bit of bad luck? 2 days after the last tyre split, I've had another one go. I mean, 4 years we carried that spare tyre and we didn't need it until now. And we've had 2 go. In the space of 2 days, something weird is going on here. This is on the different side of the rim, so I'm hoping it's nothing to do with the rim. But let's investigate, Debs. What a bit of bad luck, eh?
Yeah, I mean, they're only 3 months old. They're 1,000k wear in under the minimum recommended wear lifespan from Schwalbe, and over 60% wear than their maximum. And it's weird.
Hey, so a little update on the tyre situation. 48 hours later, nearest bike shop's about 150 miles down the road. So we could have got the bus there and the bus back, but they said we've got some tyres, they're not ideal, but they fit. and we can put them on the bus and send them here. So hopefully they're here.
Mutton, min nombre es Mutton, Deborah Mutton or Thomas Mutton.
Pneumáticos for
From Patagonia Cycles en Kahiki.
Thomas.
Yay!
Muy bien.
Oh, muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Está bien? Gracias. So we're going to go over to that park and fit a new tyre.
Oh.
And just, I mean, there's a nice bit of good luck, but just to add to the problems, my credit card has been blocked in trying to buy these. They saw it as a fraudulent transaction, so we've got no credit card at the moment, so we're living off beans.
Super bike shop, Patagonia Cycles in Kahiki. I contacted them yesterday morning or maybe the day before, and they got these tyres for us, got them on a bus to arrive late last night. Unfortunately the bus company don't get them sorted till this morning, but we have them in our hands. We're just not sure about the quality, but they're going to last us to Kahiki, and at least, which is only a couple of 100 miles away. Yay!
So we had a look at all 4 tyres and they're all starting to go on this beading. I'm going to let this down and you'll get a closer look.
A lot of people have suggested we've been running the tyres too low, which is a really valid point, but we don't. We run them just under maximum. Because we ride mainly on asphalt, not a lot on gravel. But if you do run tyres too low, they tend to crack along here where the tread and this sidewall meet, and you get a line cracking. There's no evidence of that whatsoever, which is what I would expect.
But what there is evidence of, if you come in there, you can see where this seam is, and it's going again there. Where the seam takes the bead to the tyre, it's just coming apart, and then eventually, of course, it just separates itself.
And
so if you look around here, you can see it's going on all the way along. It's going on there, and we looked at all 4 tyres, and in places they're all doing the same thing. All the way along, it's starting to separate from the beading, and eventually that's going to go. And it's the sort of failure that you don't really want happening on the road. You're going down here at 30 miles an hour and your tyre blows out. Could be very tricky.
It doesn't feel quite as robust a tyre as our up to now beloved Swalbeys.
Tell you what, you could put it on with one finger.
It's a really soft, flexible tyre. Patagonia's title said it's just a generic brand. They ain't promising anything magnificent. If it gets us to Kahiki, we'll be very, very happy.
Hey, well folks, 10 miles down the road, things are looking up. We're rolling along quite nicely. New tyre seems to be alright. It's not a Schwalbe Marathon Plus Tour, but it's rolling and we're rolling, so things are looking up. And it's not raining, which is a bonus. And the mountains are starting to look pretty nice. And we should see a glacier tomorrow. Queulat glacier, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go. Let's go. Foxgloves in bloom. Well, what about that for us, old Debs? Campsite, £7, and the view up there, I'll zoom in, of the glacier. We're going to see tomorrow, Glacier Queulat. It has a waterfall coming out of the bottom, Debs.
Very, very happy. And we've got a cover. Oh, hot showers. Very, very nice.
And fingers crossed, we can still see the glacier tomorrow, eh?
God, yes. We'll hike up there anyway. Okay.
Well, Debs, it's in the next day and the cloud base is still high enough to see the glacier.
Oh.
Hopefully it'll stay that way till 9 o'clock when it opens.
Got me out of bed at 6:20. That's not doing bad.
Morning peeps, off to see a glacier, Debs.
Yay!
I'm buzzing for this. We like a bit of glacier action, don't we? And it's very rare this time of year to be out of the clouds, and so far it's out of the clouds, so the fickle finger is shining on us at the moment. Let's hope it lasts till we get up there. Got a bit of a climb on the gravel to get there. Let's go! Okay, let's go. Trail number 1 of 2. The second one's the best apparently, but this is looking good already. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, insanely good. Let's get Debs' reaction.
Oh my God.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Right folks, as if that wasn't good enough for you, trail number 2 coming up. And it looks like we're going up, up and away. What about that, people? Thumbs up from me.